Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today, I thought I would share with you fragrances that are totally my vibe. Like, they resonate with me. They are me. If I was a fragrance packaged up, all pretty in a bottle, these would be the fragrances that kind of represent me. Yay! I'm so pumped. So before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. Join the Weird and Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community, and let's get into this. I have 7 fragrances here that kind of represent different aspects of my personality. Like, seriously, I'm so pumped. So I'm gonna start, and I definitely notice a theme here. So when I think about myself, I consider myself a fairly deep thinker. Pretty happy, I'm pretty happy, jovial. I smile a lot, but I also feel really sad a lot. So I've got sadness in my personality. I feel like I may have just a hint of mystery, but overall what you see is what you get. And I tend to value joy. I tend to value kindness and loving and trying to bring some sparkle to the world. So no matter where I go, for the most part, like other than when I'm in a really bad mood and kind of like, get out of my way. For the most part, I want to, I talk about me being like, whether it be a bird or a butterfly or some sort of little creature or even a snail, I want to leave a trail of joy and love and kind of like a glitter trail. If I could leave a glitter trail everywhere I went, I'd be very happy. So I like whimsical, I like adventure, I like happy things. That said, I also feel very deeply and have compassion, all that kind of stuff. Not that you need the whole lowdown on me, but that's kind of what my personality. So these are the fragrances, and I've got some that are a little bit outside of the box, but still somehow they resonate with me. I almost didn't include this one because I'm like, well, is it me? But then I realized it has to be me because it's so part of me. This is one that I would never be without in my collection. Probably would be the fragrance that I would associate as a signature fragrance, even though, you know, I wear random ones all the time, and it would be Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. This one is slightly no nonsense. It's sweet, it's practical, it's long lasting, it's faithful, but it just reminds me of being a mom and a wife and the wonderful aspects of family somehow, because this was given to me on Mother's Day quite a few years ago. I really enjoy the scent. I find it to be sweet yet grounded. And so for those reasons, this, yeah, it's my vibe, man. I realize that rose fragrances are ones that I typically will connect to, rose and peony. So I really, really enjoy Low Dissy Rose and Rose. If you're a Low Dissy fan, like, it just smells so amazing. So there's an aquatic aspect to this, but there's a jammy aspect to it because of raspberry. Raspberry, if I were a fruit, I would be a raspberry. Like, I am 100% raspberry girl. So love eating them, love smelling them. I love the color of raspberries. The color of raspberries look amazing on me. Raspberries just my thing. So anyway, this one is kind of a musky rose raspberry. It's delicious. It smells peony-esque because the rose is so sweet in here. It's kind of like a candied rose with raspberry and musk. So there is that aquatic aspect to this one that is in kind of the Low Dissys. This is my favorite from the line. I still want to try Pure Nectar on my skin. I've smelt it in store, really liked it. But this one is just so good, and it's relatively affordable. Lasts pretty decent on my skin, even though this is, I think, an eau de toilette. But this is just joyous and celebratory, and I love it. So this one, same thing. It's peony and rose. I think there's guava in this one. There's a bit of cedar and vetiver. There's cotton candy, red berries. 100% me. This is me in a bottle. Again, jubilant, jovial, happy, sweet, candy. It's just a party in a bottle. Love, love, love this fragrance. It smells like some sort of musical to me. Like, you know, just chow, chow, chow. Like musical, fantasy world, everything pastel. That's this, and I love it. Yeah, it makes me happy. It's a happy fragrance for sure. So I don't even know if I said the name. Floral Street Wonderland Peony. The next fragrance is Scandal à Paris by Jean-Paul Gaultier. So I thought So Scandal would be my Scandal because it's got raspberry in it. And then I also thought, oh, Scandal by Night would be my favorite. I have both of those, but Scandal à Paris is definitely my Scandal. And somehow this, it resonates with me. So this one is sweet. You've got the honey in it. I think that there's jasmine in this one. So this one's got a little bit more of a sexy vibe, but it also has pear, which keeps it very fresh somehow. So it doesn't get too sticky or cloying. It doesn't get too animalic. The honey stays nice. Sometimes honey goes a little urine-esque on me. This one doesn't. So original Scandal, can't wear it at all. This Scandal, totally can wear it. So I love it. It smells kind of fluffy. I love the pear in this. It's fresh without being too fresh. So it's sweet, romantic, kind of fluffy somehow, but still sexy. So really, really enjoy this fragrance a lot. Like a lot. Whenever I wear this, I just feel slightly sexy, but pretty. So love this fragrance. The next fragrance that makes me feel slightly sexy yet pretty is BELLE by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Now this is kind of a candied, so amazing. A candied, juicy kind of baked pear. To me, it smells like it's poached in seasoning. I got it in my mouth. It doesn't taste great, but it smells amazing. So it smells like some sort of poached in liquor with spices, and it's just delicious. So I absolutely love this one. This one is sexy, yet still kind of flirty and sweet. So really, really enjoy this fragrance. I enjoy wearing this one during the day. I don't save this for date night. And yeah, I find it to be such a beautiful fragrance. Whenever I put it on, I feel pretty. Everything about this bottle, the color of the juice, her little tush, the necklace on here, it speaks to me of really pretty, happy things. So love this. And somehow, you know, I always wish that I was like this, like powerhouse, sexy, provocative woman, but I'm not. I'm more like the, you know, like the, like that kind of like princessy type, like definitely more girly, flirty, happy kind of feel. And this gives me a little bit of sexy, but still that happy, delicious kind of flirty feel. So love this fragrance. Totally. You can't have a bad day if you put this fragrance on. Seriously, it's so awesome. Now the last two fragrances, they're a little bit more on the sexy end of the scale. But for whatever reason, they really resonate with me, and they still have that sweetness. So, you know, sometimes you want a fragrance that's a little bit cozy, a little bit more winter, a little bit sexy, but I still want to feel like me. So the first one that I absolutely love it is RIVE Fleur de Femme. Now, I don't know if you can get this anymore. Maybe you can get it in Europe. I can't find it anywhere on the Canadian websites. If I can, on the Canadian or US websites, if I can, I'll link it. But this is a dupe of Poison Girl by Dior. I love this fragrance. This one is such a great price, like it was $12. So, and it's just a phenomenal fragrance. I love Poison Girl. That DNA, so it's got the almond again, but there's some sweetness, there's some juiciness. This one has blood orange, I believe, and cherry, whereas I don't think that there's cherry in the original Poison Girl. But in this one, there's a bit of cherry. It's just juicy, sexy, almond, kind of deep and dark and mysterious. It still stays sweet and feminine. So love this one. I love wearing this one to bed. I love wearing this for a date night. I love wearing this during the day in the fall and the winter. It's just a major go-to for me. And the last one that really resonates with me and is totally my vibe, and I'm not quite sure why, but it totally is. And it is Absolutio by NAVITUS Parfums. I love this fragrance. So this is sweet. It's got saffron in it. Again, it's got almond. I think that there's toffee in this one, apple in this one, I believe. It's sweet. It's decadent. There's that almond toffee kind of vibe along with the apple. Feels a little bit boozy. To me, it's a woodier version of something like a Baccarat Rouge DNA. This would be more similar to the Extrait, but this is a little woodier. Some people find this masculine, which is crazy because I honestly consider myself an uber feminine. Like I gravitate towards the uber feminine fragrances to wear for myself. But this one, I consider it unisex. I don't consider it masculine. Lots of people disagree with me on that though. So just keep that in mind. This is sexy, it's woody, but I think what I love about this is it's still got that sweetness in it. It's got some depth, it's got some sexy in it, but it's still sweet and somehow airy. So I absolutely love this fragrance. When I want to smell a little bit daring for an evening, this would be the one that I gravitate towards. I think the thing about all these fragrances, I love many, many different types of fragrances. So it doesn't have to smell like me. So sometimes I want to not smell like me. I want to smell like deep, dark, mysterious, which is so not me, or serious, or whatever the case may be. So sometimes I don't want to smell like me, but these are all fragrances that I feel represent me. And every one of them, when I put them on, I go, like it just feels right to wear these fragrances. And that's why they are my vibe. What about you? What are the fragrances that 100% are your vibe? Leave me 3 in the comments. I would love to hear about it and weigh in on these fragrances. If you have different thoughts about them, let us know. If you agree, let us know. And other than that, I hope you have an amazing week and we'll talk to you soon.